This video is in response to the first video I watched today, which was a video about pardoning Donald Trump by Beau of the Fifth Column. There are people who are debating right now whether or not Trump should be pardoned for the apparent crimes he has committed, both while in office and before. And your take on that may vary drastically, dependent on whether or not you believe he has committed crimes or if you believe he is completely innocent. Now, the thing about pardons is that they are only used when the person pardoning believes that the law either is flawed, should not apply in the case, or that there is some further circumstance that made the person have to commit to whatever crime. And the thing of it is that a pardon should really only be given in cases where the person has no chance of clearing themselves of the crime. There is implied criminality in accepting a pardon, just like how many people feel when someone takes the fifth while being questioned. It implies that it would be self-incriminating. So what does this mean? This means if you believe that Trump is innocent of everything he has been accused of, you should reject the idea of him being pardoned outright. Consider it as an insult. You should want to force those making accusations against him to drag out every last bit of evidence that they can so that it can be debunked and put aside to leave him clean. However, if you feel that he has committed a crime, then you might want him pardoned, partly because that would mean you wouldn't really have to prove anything. You would always have the implied he must have done it or he would not have accepted. So you always leave the question of what did he do? And that is something that you don't want if you believe that someone is innocent. You should not ever want for someone you believe is innocent to accept a pardon, unless you are absolutely convinced that they have been conspired against in some way that made it such that they cannot possibly clear themselves. So, if you are for pardoning Trump, that means you believe he has committed a crime and that you are not sure you can pin it on him. If you're completely venomously against him getting a pardon, then you must believe that he is innocent and are hoping that the parade of news coverage that would come from any action by those accusing him would exonerate him. And there's really no other way to see it. But I think something we should be more concerned with right now is whether or not he's safe. And I'll go into that more in the next video, which will be linked below. Thank you. Have a good evening.